And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fustel. We have some nice carryovers to share with you for our Sunday afternoon card. We'll get to all the handicapping for today. I like the pick fives. You like the early pick four starting in race two. But let's recap yesterday real quick. It was a big day for the 3-year-old scene down there at Gulfstream Park. You had the Express Bet Florida Derby, and I like the Shug McGahee horse in there, Code of Honor, who won the Fountain of Youth. That horse was third. The Billy Mott horse was the favorite, Hidden Scroll, but Jason Service pull off the mild upset.
Maximum Security dictated, got clear around the first turn. Hidden Scroll kind of shuffled a little bit early, and Maximum Security just dictated on the front end for Service, a horse they ran for maiden claimant 16. First time out. Wouldn't you like to have known something and reached in and grabbed that one?
And he won by like 4 or 5 yesterday, and he beat some nice horses in the Florida Derby.
Yeah, he just kind of ran away from 70-1 shot. Buddy Express picked up the pieces and ran second. Code of Honor, as you said, was third. But, when do you think you breed a horse like that, you run them first time out, and you're never thinking, right? You're not thinking Derby at all. You're just thinking, hey, maybe we can win an allowance race. But how about that?
Well, so I like I'm going to stay with the Shug McGahee horse, because I think the same thing happened with Orb. He won the Fountain of Youth, got beat in the Florida Derby, and then of course came back and won the Kentucky Derby. So I'm gonna stick with the Shug McGahee horse, Code of Honor.
And the key is you want to set them up for their peak, for their top effort, and that's the plan. And sometimes at Gulfstream, we've seen that racetrack. It's a little difficult to make up substantial ground, and they didn't have that set up. The Maximum Security kind of walked the dog out there, and it was over.
Okay. All right, so that was down at Gulfstream. We had a big day yesterday here at Laurel Park. The Bug Boy won again, Julio Correa. Keep your eye on him. Our leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, he won again. He wins every day. I think Claudio won yesterday as well. If he didn't win a race, he's always a winner.
And that horse that Correa won on for Hammy Smith, keep tabs on that one down the line.
Maiden, okay.
Yeah, Hannah Lay's Houdini, a preliminary buyer of 73. Visually maybe a little bit more impressive than the figure, and overcame that little adversity. First start, right? There was a horse, I think, lost a shoe from what I heard, and it caused the horse to kind of lose footing and go down, but came back. A little green through the stretch still, but eager to the wire. Hammy might have a good one, moving up at the right time.
Sure.
Spring into summer, this horse could be all right.
Yeah, he won big. He won by about 4 or 5, and that's a 73 buyer. That's pretty good. That was a maiden 40. That's a pretty nice number for maiden 40.
And the Rubley horse was dropping out of maiden special. Had to run against the Hoffa's Union horn.
Right.
But that horse yesterday kicked away with ease.
All right, well, Hambone always tough with the young horses. Might have a good one there with that winner yesterday. Let's show you what's going on today. We have some nice carryovers. Late pick 5. That's going to start race 4 today on the 8-race program. There's the carryover, $6,250 industry low. 12% takeout. That's going to be well played. I have a ticket for that. Starts in race 4 today, the late pick 5. We also have a carryover in our 20-cent rainbow pick 6, which will start in race 3. And there's the carryover for the pick 6, a little over 1,700. So keep your eye on those today. A couple nice carryovers for the Sunday afternoon program. Beautiful weather. Let's show you a picture of the main track. I think the sun's coming out. We're in the, 50s or 60s. There's the main track. They sealed it earlier this morning. We had a little sprinkle this morning. It didn't last very long. There's the weather, 50s, sunny. Chance of rain early. It's not raining right now. It didn't look like. Track's going to be good to start, though, right?
To start, sealed right now. A little moisture from you said, a little bit of a rain last night. I know up where I was, but they opened this track up. Wait, it certainly could be fast. So we're going to keep you apprised of the situation. Right now, safe bet, sealed, and good.
Okay, all right, good stuff. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 will kick off the popular early pick 5. That's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. I have a ticket for both pick 5s today. Let's check it out here. My early pick 5 is a $36 play. You can study all of our tickets on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. I hit the all button here in race 1. This is a tough, wide-open nickel going 6.5. Some nice horses in here. They all have all but one have 6 digits and earnings next to their name. So I go all in race 1, race 2. I go with the 1-4 there. Chucky Lawrence with a first-time starter. The 4 Lilo's Call with Correa aboard there in the second race, but Trombetta will be tough with the 1 Gold Cadillac. I single race 3. I single on the 5 Elusive Hero. Katie Davis aboard for trainer Hugh McMahon. Race 4 is a nice allowance race. The 2 Taco Supreme should be tough there, but don't count out Claudio Gonzalez. And the 3 Sonic Boomy Jet, looking for 2 wins in a row here at Laurel Park. And then race 5, I go 3 deep. The 1 G4, first off the claim for Brittany Russell. The 3 Splendor Gal is going to be tough. She's one of the favorites. And also the 6 in there, Empty House for Juan Vasquez. So there's my ticket, $36 play for the early pick 5. Let's take a look here at the opener. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and the early pick 5, the late pick 5s, I know our fields are a little bit on the shorter side, but it's not like a slew of 3 to 5s that are going to be on that board. So play along, dink and dunk. You add a little 3 to 1, 7 to 2, 5 to 1 shot in there. It's really going to pump things up for you. So you can do a lot of damage with maybe not a ton of investment on a card like this, and will carry you to another day. But these are kind of cards I like digging in a little bit and taking some shots. But you put together a couple 3, 4 to 1 shots, you're going to be just fine throughout this racing card.
Well, let's see if maybe I can get a nice price here in race 1. I hit the all button. It's a claiming 5,000, 3 and up. No conditions here. We're going 6.5 furlongs. I go with the 5 on top. Humboldt Street's going to be your favorite. He's your 8 to 5 morning line favorite. You like him as well. We have a video spotlight to show you of Humboldt Street. The Maryland-bred 7-year-old son of Two Punch. Here's the win from February.
I really liked the mud this day and was able to beat a couple of horses that were dropping. Took over, was coming down, I believe, from open 8s. Dr. Bold, another one that was dropping. We saw win yesterday off the claim for Huron, but resilient to the wire was Humboldt Street. Gets the decision there just by about a head. The only thing concerns me, that was on a wet surface. Number maybe a little bit inflated. He kind of jumped out of nowhere and runs a 77. But I guess, it was proven, though, with the way Dr. Bolt came back. I think ran like a mid-70 yesterday when winning. But he's got some speed to deal with. Again, mind the store. He's kind of one-dimensional right now, and he doesn't quite give in that soon. I mean, I think he's going to be around a while. 6.5 furlong distance, maybe a little bit vulnerable for Humboldt Street. I'm looking for a true gentleman to maybe pick up the pieces. First off the claim, we talked about that stat for Kieran yesterday. When he claims and runs back for the nickel, he's deadly. He's now 43% with that move over the last couple years, 10 for 23. This horse had a lot of trouble through the stretch last time out. I think he can close in with a clear run, can roll past the speed types. I've got this horse, I believe, line too high at 5. I think he's going to come down off of that line.
I'd like to get a nice price on him. I have the all button, so I'll take the 4-8 True Gentleman, and it overcame that trouble in the stretch. You get you don't see that too often.
Right.
Checked, steadied, and then came back and was game after that.
Yes.
And now right back in here at the same level for the new connections with the Hot Bug Boys. So the 4-8 True Gentleman's going to be live here in the opener. We both like the 6 Turbine, a nice win last out, going a mile. Now wheels right back. He just won last Sunday, going a mile. Now cuts back to 6.5. He could be a major factor in the final strides with Forest Boyce.
Yeah,
aboard.
reunited with Boyce last time and got the victory. And this horse is fine sprinting. A little extra 6.5. I think will be right up his alley.
Yep. All right. So nice wide open nickel in the race 1. Let's turn the page here. You like the early pick 4. That starts in race 2. Maiden claiming 40,000 for 3-year-old fillies going a mile. Let's check out your ticket and see how you played it.
1, 4, 6, 3 of the 4 horses. We have a key late scratch in race 2. The 3 in class was a late scratch. Also scratched the 5, Cornetta's Choice. So that's going to leave me with the 1, 4, 6. I hope Fairy Wish doesn't jump up and get me, but might. Third race, 2 and 3, Mr. Smurthwaite and El Corazon. Fourth race, the 2 and the 6, Taco Supreme. Man, that last race was so strong. Give him a little time to kind of regroup off of that. I like that. Then we're going to go to the 2 and 6. 2 and 6 there, then 1, 3, 6 to finish it out. G4, the logical horses. I think you have them too. Splendor Gal and Empty House, $18 for the early pick 4 ticket. Like I say, If I can come away, make 100, 150 on this, I like it, and I'll reinvest it for that late pick 5 or anything further down the road.
All right, good stuff. A very affordable early pick 4 play there for Keith. It starts in race 2. Let's check it out. We're going a mile, maiden 40 for 3-year-old fillies. And, yeah, a couple big scratches here. The 3 in class was 7-2 morning line. The 5 Cornetta's Choice is out, and that was your 9-5 morning line favorite. So the 1's going to end up being the favorite here, right? Gold Cadillac, who we both have on top.
I would think the Trombetta. You know, the 6. You know, she's run against the girls twice, and her numbers were okay against this group. Last time out, they went so slow. She was down inside, just never could pick it up. I like Gold Cadillac. I like the protect move that they're doing. Maiden 25 first out, a good close. Up to 40, another good race. Did all the dirty work chasing fast fraction. They were a little bit wind-aided, but this horse was still trying to the end. River Sonata came back to win. Stretching out, I think, is going to be okay. Passionate Gold, I think her only win was going long, albeit on the turf course, but I think this horse set up in a short field to get it done.
All right, so we're both on Pimentel, Trombetta with the 1 Gold Cadillac. The Sevilles, they've come out running. He's the sire of Lacitus, that stakes winner for Katie Voss, and he's been throwing some other runners as well. So we both have Gold Cadillac on top, a homebred for our Larry Johnson, a Maryland bred. The 6 you have in the exact, I can trump that for Jack Cousin, Kevin Gomez on this filly by Bellamy Road.
Yeah, just don't understand the spotting of this horse after the debut, which was pretty good. You see the short comment back in December, green, lacked room, 8th pole, and she was running. Throw her against the boys, and then for 50 against the boy. I don't understand that. I hope it hasn't discouraged her, but she certainly fits against this particular group. Yeah.
All right, and the 4 is a first-time starter, Lilo's Call by Drosselmeyer, 3-year-old filly here, a Maryland bred, a homebred for A.S. Rink Club, LLC. She's out of an Aloma's Ruler, Mayor. You don't see that name. Aloma's Ruler, an old Preakness winner from, what, 82?
Way back.
Yeah, and that must have been an old mare there, Brave Betty. But some nice works up there at Fair Hill for this Chucky Lawrence trained filly, and he's about 18% with his first-time starters. He gets the hot bug boy, Julio Correa, to ride.
When you're an owner, you got a firster like this, and you've only got to face a couple other ones. You like your chances. They go way up. Mare was 1 for 13. This is the first foal. But with that, you know, he's been able to score with a debut maiden claimer runner. That's good enough for me to throw this horse into the mix, and especially into my early pick 4.
All right, let's turn the page here. The pick 6 today, the 20-cent Rainbow pick 6, starts in race 3. We have a nice little carryover to get you going here for the pick 6. $1,706. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for the pick 6. Let's check it out. There's his ticket, affordable $38.40 play. He goes 4 deep here in races 3 and 4. The 3rd, he has the 2, 4, 5, 6. In race 4, he goes with the 2, 3, 6, 7. Race 5, just the 1, 3, 6. And then in race 6, he goes 2, 7. Race 7, he goes 2, 5. That's a nice allowance feature of the day. The 2 Hurricane Sheila in there, and he also likes the 5 Baccarat Fashion, who's my best bet of the day. Then race 8, he goes with the 3 Awesome Rally and the 5 El Rojo in the finale, the 2 favorites there in race 8. So there's his ticket for the Rainbow Pick 6. This will be well played with a nice little carryover. Starts here in the 3rd. We're going a mile. 25,000 starter allowance, 3 and up. Never won 2 is the condition here for race 3. And you go with the 2 on top, Mr. Smurthwaite, Angel Suarez on this 3-year-old gelding by Fusiachi Pegasus. First start for this guy in the Jamie Ness barn, and you have a stat there for that.
Yeah, over the last couple of years, here it is, over the last 5 years on the dirt, 6 for 15 and 13 for 15 in the money with 3-year-olds making their first route, or I should say their first route try, ROI of 280. And Mr. Smurthwaite's out of a mare that's been produced a lot of good horses, including this horse, a half to International Star, I think, who made over $1 million. So
sure, yeah,
we've
Parlay.
seen some horses run around here. Yeah, Katie Voss and man, Fuse. So this horse broke a lot better in its second career start. Really, prompted a quick pace outside the leader and did it well within himself, and was able to kind of go clear, comfortably at the end. This horse had a little bit left in the tank. Went and watched that race this morning from Tampa. Stretching out, I'm not too concerned against this group. Strong family indicates this horse wants to go a little bit further. I like Mr. Smurthwaite here. Favoritism is going to be between the 2 and the 5. 5 could be favored in here. They're going to be close.
Well, I respect the 2 there, Mr. Smurthwaite for Jamie Ness. The 5 I have on top here, Elusive Hero. In fact, I key on this horse in my early pick 5. Katie Davis rides this 4-year-old for trainer Hugh McMahon. A big second at this level. Last out, that was going 6 furlongs. Rallied to finish second that day. Now stretches back out to a mile. He won going a mile at Parks against Maiden Special Weight. That was first off the claim for the McMahon barn. That was back in December, so a win and a third from 3 starts going a mile. He's fired his lifetime best effort before best buyer, an 80 buyer in the slop going a mile last May at Churchill against Maidens. So I think this horse, he likes a mile. He'll like an off track. We get Katie Davis, Hugh McMahon. He had a 2-win day. Was it yesterday or Friday?
Yeah,
he's having a big weekend.
Yeah, he's doing well of late. Yeah, and Elusive here. It'd be interesting to see coming back sprint to route. I think Flo's going to be a little bit tougher than what it was. Maybe 2 starts back, and even the maiden score. He hasn't come back to those numbers at Churchill. I want to see what his finish is like through the final 1/8 of a mile. And just one more little note on Mr. Smurthwaite on that February 23rd maiden score. He goes 23-3 for 7/8. Older 2 other than horses went 22 and 3. Only a full second faster. You're comparatively, you're looking at that. That's
Right.
pretty good, all in all, when you break it down. So Mr. Smurthwaite, lightly raced, he should get better as things go on. I think El Corazon is a user in here. Kelly Rubley's paired up a couple good numbers. Is raced back into shape. Was caught wide around the first turn, going 2 turns on a muddy sealed surface, shortening up. This horse, I think, is going to get a good covered up trip today.
All right, so we like some similar horses there in race 3 to start that rainbow pick 6. The big carryover of the day is the late pick 5. That starts in race 4. Carryover is over 6,200. Industry low, 12% takeout. I have a ticket for it. We'll take a look right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Our late pick 5 is going to be well played today. It starts in race 4 on the 8-race program. There's the carryover, $6,250. Industry low, 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I have a ticket. Let's check it out here. A $32 play. I go 4 deep in races 4 and 5. Race 4, a nice allowance race going 6 furlongs. I go with the 2, 3, 6, 7 there. Race 5, that's a beaten nickel. Filly Mares going a mile. I go 4 deep there with the 1, 3, 5, 6. Then in race 6, that's a maiden 16,000. The 2, I Love You with McCarthy is going to be one of your favorites, as well as the 7, Having Now is going to be a favorite. So I go 2, 7 in race 6. My best bet of the day, my key horse comes in race 7. Nice allowance feature for Filly Mares going 5.5. I like the 5, Baccarat Fashion for trainer Bruno Tesori. Speed on the outside, Ricardo Chappie. This filly's in good form right now, so I key on the 5 in race 7. And then I go with the 2 favorites in race 8, the 3, Awesome Rally, and the 5, El Rojo. $32 play for my late pick 5. Let's take a look here at the 4th race. This is one of our features. First level allowance, 4 and up, going 6 furlongs, scratch the 1, throw the fade. I have the 2, Taco Supreme on top. So do you. Let's show you his video spotlight from February 18th. A big good-looking win in the mud right here at Laurel.
Yeah, I tell you, visually, this was his best yet. I was surprised he ran as strong. He got bet down 3-1 this day, prompted the pace, a good pace, a salty bunch. These $16,000 handicap raises up. And look, it's just like a pro, right up to the lead at the 8th pole and is not going to give in an inch, wins by 3/4 of a length. And talking about the group, that was a solid group. Coming back, this might be a little bit of a relief when you really break it down. Taco Supreme could be, I think he's the speed of the speed. You get the scratch, throw the fade. He was turning back in distance. I didn't know if he was going to be able to go with them, but I think they're going to have to catch Taco Supreme. I mean, if he did breaks a little slow, he's shown he can recover and stalk as well. Razor sharp for him. Bullet work coming into this. I like a little bit of time after that big number in his most recent. So looking for a price maybe to use. How about the 6 Calvi? We've got Correa, the hot riding Correa. This horse has improved since being gelded. Last time out was able to rate and got through a little traffic. He was used up in a duel 2 races back. I don't think that's his best game on the front end. I want this horse dropping a little bit, sit, and make a move into the pace.
I go 4 deep in this race. I like the 2, 3, 6, 7. The 2 is my top pick. You mentioned he's a little bit since last October. He has a little bit of an in and out form.
Yeah.
87 then a bounce, 80 then a bounce, 85 last out. So it looks like he might be sitting on a bounce today, but. They wait they wait over 30 days to bring him back, and he's been working up a storm here, a couple real sharp works here in March. So you would think with the time that hopefully should alleviate the bounce factor.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's my thinking. But the 3, we both like the 3, Sonic Boomy Jet for Claudio. Adrian Flores will ride. Adrian won on this horse last out in the mud early March. That was a Maryland-bred first level allowance company. His horse, he has enough early speed to have a nice stalking trip. So I think the 3, he'll be there early, and he'll be right there. I think you're going to have to deal with him in the final stride.
He's going to be able to get good position. I tell you, he kind of fooled me last time with that run. He was able to kind of show speed, and he took back, angled out, came again. There was another Claudio horse in there that I preferred over Sonic Boomy Jet. If I'm not mistaken, the horse might have been coming back off a little bit of time. But, and then just roll past. So, these guys, they're familiar with each other, Taco Supreme and Sonic Boomy Jet.
Yep.
They reunite today. The rivalry is renewed. So, I'm going to try to split them with Calvi.
All right, so nice allowance race to kick off that late pick 5. Let's turn the page. Race 5 starts to late pick 4. We're going 1 mile here in race 5, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Never won 4 is the condition. And I go with the 1, G4. First off the claim today for trainer Brittany Russell. Sheldon Russell will ride this 4-year-old filly, a Maryland bred by Admiral Alex. A decent third last out at this level. Going 2 turns. That was late February, was claimed that day. They wait the 30 days, right back in here for the nickel with a couple decent works here in March at Laurel Park. Brittany, she's done well with a couple claimers so far. This filly's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. You like the one a little bit G4 as well.
And I like the way she was able to rally in, just dawdling fractions last out, first time in a new barn, and maybe she'll get a little bit more flow. The 4, Gadwal was probably going to go here with Chiapi. Empty House likes to be fairly close, but Splendor Gal is back to a distance that, she's done her best work. 2 for 4 at the distance, came rolling late. My Just a Charm came out of that race to come back and run big. So Splendor Gal, positionally, is going to be fine. I think the flow is going to be to her liking. She won't get chewed up in that. She's going to have that move, I think, to separate herself from the field once they turn for home.
All right, and then the 1, we talked about the 1 and the 3 and the 6 and the 5. We both like a little bit here. Katie Davis on this mare for trainer Scott Lake. I use this horse on my late pick 5 ticket. I didn't want Lake to. He's so hot up at Parks right now. Just a matter of time before he gets hot down here. So he could score maybe at 4-1. With the 5, beat you by a chubby nose.
Yeah, she's another one. She's going to be in range, I think, of the pace, no doubt about it. She just needs to kind of follow through a little bit more. She's going to have to hedge up off of that last race or 2.
All right, so we like the same 4 horses there in race 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 6, we're going a mile in race 6 to kick off the final pick 3. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 3-year-old fillies. We start the rolling super high 5 here in race 6. That has a low 15% takeout, so check that out here in race 6. Let's take a look here. The 7 I like a little bit. Do you pick the 7 on top?
I go 2-7 here. I'm using Bernie.
All right, well, let's start with the 7 having now. We have a video spotlight on this filly by Tisnell. Here's the race from last December here at Laurel Park. Here's the start.
Yeah, the key being the break. Bobbled at the break, was a little bit rank early on, and ends up getting caught 7 wide. We're going to watch that. Look at that. Just completely loses his footing, a little bit rank. And, you can't give up that kind of ground. No. Second start out, you're going along a 3-year-old filly. But picks it up, 6 or 7 wide circling. Here we go into the stretch with the red colors and extreme outside. And just, kind of just grinds it out. Is able to make up a couple lengths through the final 1/8 of a mile. I think an effort that you bring that today, a 51 buyer for maiden 16 fillies, you're probably going to win. It just wasn't good enough. She comes out of some good races back then, too. Her Royal Highness, our Carlene in there. La Citesse was in that race. So she's getting class relief. Tossed the last on the turf, a little try down there in New Orleans. That wasn't good. Probably going to be a little bit happier to be back at Laurel Park.
All right, so I like her. We both used her second. She's not the favorite. She's 9-5. She's second choice. The favorite here is going to be the 2, I Love You, who we both have on top. This is a well-bred, Maryland-bred, a Buckingham farm from the Eastern Shore. They bred crab cakes. This filly by Seville for Bernie Houghton. Trevor McCarthy will ride. A good foundation underneath her. She has 2 routes under her belt last December, and then came back late March, going 2 turns at Penn in the slop. That was first-time Lasix, and a useful effort up there. 47 buyer, now second back, a big second off the layoff, a big drop to the maiden 16,000.
Yeah, I think they're going to be awfully close when it's all said and done. 7 maybe could eke out and be the favorite. These 2, they look like they have an edge over the rest of this bunch. But I Love You, second Lasix, you say maiden special weight, the maiden claimant. Staggering number, 40%, close to 40% with a positive ROI. And you look at that debut run back in December. Ying Yu, the winner, came back and has run a couple decent races here at Laurel Park, running lower 50s in allowance company. So that works for me. Bernie saying that's it. We're done now. Now the family, she's had a couple winners, the mare, but nothing has really turned out. Maybe they had a little bit higher hopes, but she's showing what she is. This is the right move. Go for the attack and get the score today.
All right, so we both have the 2, I Love You, on top. We both like the 7, the 4. You Might Be an Empress for trainer Tim Vick with the 7-pound apprentice Ty Pustina. She had a win yesterday, and that was a nice ride. She was down there on the inside. She looked beat. She had 2 horses coming all over, and she made the horse re-break on the inside and win. That was a nice win by the bug girl Ty Pustina yesterday.
And it was a bad line on my behalf. Line maker. I mean, I had her 2-1. I looked at her. I thought her races were as good as anybody in the field, and they just let her go at 9-2, and yeah, she was kind of dead game along the rail the whole way.
Well, you're trying to tell the public.
Well, sometimes it's a thankless job, Stan. We try, and we're around it most of the time, but that one there was I just kept looking. I said, this doesn't make sense, and So, yeah, maybe I was right for once. We'll see. Doesn't happen too often.
Tough game. Yeah. It's a tough game. Well, we'll get a decent price here on the 4. This filly by Nicanor, she's taking a drop in class today. It's the cheapest she's ever won. She run for. She was a good second for maiden 25 in January. So she's run some decent races.
And this is a tough spot for a barn. Tim, I know he's a hard work, does good job. And you've got a horse, a Maryland bred, you got a little bit of ability. You're trying to protect, but maybe she's not quite there. That's a hard spot to put yourself into. Now they gotta say, okay, let's go ahead and drop for the 16. And I think looking at some of the fields she's been against, she's going to be right up there on the engine, I would think, and carry them quite a long way today.
All right, so how about a cold 2-7-4 trifecta for both Keith and I there in race 6. Let's turn the page here. Another allowance race in race 7 to kick off the late daily double. First level allowance for filly and mares 4 and up. We're going 5.5 furlongs here in race 7, and you have the 2 on top. I like the 2. Let's start there. Hurricane Sheila for trainer Jerry Engelhard, who's 30% at the winter meet, and you get Vargas, his main rider. We have a video spotlight to show you this 5-year-old mare. A big win right here at Laurel Park last February.
They hammered her down to 9-5 last time out, and she responded. I didn't see this effort coming. She dueled on the front end, pretty good internals, and she's doing it well within herself with Vargas. And we see these Engelhart runners. They run at Laurel and they just turn into something else, and they just roll. And she just kicks away. She really has never shown that kind of vim and vigor through the final eighth of a mile. Something clicked. They found something out about her. She wins ridden out to the wire over Last Love, right? Last Love came back. Wasn't that the one that paid the price, if I'm not mistaken, for Comlo?
Comlo the other day.
Yeah,
yes,
so Hurricane Sheila, maybe she's not as fast as Baccarat Fashion or Malabar early on, okay? But she could be poised. The way she relaxed, taking pressure, I think she can sit and stalk a duel, and that might develop between the 5 and the 6. She could be sitting in the catbird seat today and make it 2 in a row.
All right, so I like her. I have the 5 on top, though. I have the 5 as my best bet of the day, Baccarat Fashion. I just think this filly is going to get a real nice trip. She has early speed. She just won wire to wire, Daylight. She won by 6 1/4 last out. She breaking from the 1 hole. The horse that was second in that race would come back to win. So that was a strong win for Baccarat Fashion. I was on a muddy track early March. That was second race back this year as a 4-year-old. So now her third race back today, and her first 2 were very good. She might be sitting on an even bigger effort today. I just think Chappie can dictate the early terms here with the speed. The 6 has some cheap speed to the outside. I'm not worried about that mare. So Chappie, he can just be right out there sitting on the outside. If they're going slow to the inside, Hurricane Sheila has some early speed. So Chappie can just sit right on the outside of Hurricane Sheila and get a nice stalking trip, I think.
Yeah, and she might just be this sharp right now, staying pairing up to 67, 66. Good numbers. Her best number, actually, was just off the pace behind Majestic 1, who would roll this field, right? That's the Englehart Rider, and in front of Zoe Raleigh, and was hung out that day. So, yeah, she has shown she's got a little bit of a rating gear, and if she's this sharp, maybe she just goes ahead and wins. I'm going to try Englehart right back. And the one, I like Timeless Treasure, the way she ran, pretty professional first time out. The final time was good enough. It was equal to 3 in Life 25 fillies and mares. So I think she's going to benefit off the debut. I think she's going to move up off of that, and she's going to enjoy the pace that she's having in front of her.
All right, so nice allowance race there in race 7. We both like the same 4 filly and mares to kick off the late daily double. Let's take a look here. We're right on time here today. I like it. I like it. Right on time. Race 8, we're going a mile. Maiden claiming 16,000 for straight 3-year-olds. The 5 El Rojo is 2-1 morning line. Beaten favorite at this level last out, but it was a useful effort. They were going 2 turns on a muddy track against Maiden 25,000. Now he drops to the Maiden 16,000. We cut back a little bit here to the mile. Angel Cruz back aboard for the second time today, so I like all that. I go with the 5 El Rojo on top.
Yeah, plenty of stamina build up, no doubt, for El Rojo. He certainly is going to be right around the early pace, I believe, in making a move into it. Wouldn't be a surprise at all at your 2-1 price. I like the 3 Awesome Rally, reported first-time gelding. And when Corrales does this move, when he drops, Maiden Special, Maiden Claiming, he wins a lot. And he was the favorite. I think he's going to end up the favorite in here. He hits at like 33% with Maiden Claimers when he's the fave. So, yeah, it gets him with Panero. I like the ROI combination there for that jockey-trainer combo. Strong, over $5. Awesome Rally is got maybe a little bit more early speed, I think, than anybody in this field. He could go ahead and control it up front.
All right, so we both like the 5 and the 3. I didn't use the 6 Rock Rabbit, bred by my good friend Steve Hines. You remember Steve Hines,
yes.
the teller, right? Cashed the checks at Pimlico, and he's been a horseman for his whole life, too. He was a trainer, and good to see his name here as a breeder of this gelding, Rock Rabbit, by Rock Slide for trainer Tim Keefe. Blinkers go on today in his second career start.
Yeah, Fool to My Son Ernie. That might have been the one he sold, right? The Dutro, did he sell a horse to Dutro?
He sold
that
a big
the horse?
one, yeah.
My Son Ernie, and this is a horse, is a fool to My Son Ernie. And, didn't run terrible in debut, a little trouble. Okay, what I like is sprint the route. Look at this move, almost 30%, close to a positive ROI. I don't like that maiden second start, but this is my price user in here. If you're looking for somebody to kind of help wake up the tote board for you in race 8, this horse would not be a surprise to me.
All right, you get a good rider, Joan Rosado, there on the 6 Rock Rabbit. So that's it. We're out of time. Sunday brunch, that's cooking up there for you in the Garden Terrace. Or get a table and tips or tycoons. Check out the sports book with that 75-foot LED wall. March Madness going on today. What time's Duke play today? This afternoon or tonight?
It's like a 2 o'clock and a 5 o'clock game. I got to double check the times on those games, but should be going. How about the game last night? Did you watch the Purdue-Virginia game?
I fell asleep. I watched the highlights maybe.
Man, was that a good
2
one.
in the morning.
Classic.
Who won?
Virginia.
Virginia, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, they got bounced by UMBC last year
Yes.
in the first round, and now they're going to the Final Four this year. All right, so go Cavaliers. That's it. We're out of time. Dave Robin, he's coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.